Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Back to Basics series here on Farming Simulator 19. This is going to be the last video of the 100 series videos. We're going to talk about mods. So I have deliberately chosen not to talk about mods and not to use mods on any of the videos up until this point because I really feel that it is important that new players understand the base principles of the game before they dive into mods. Really troubles me when I see players basically pin down problems and blame the base game when, in all honesty, it's the mod that they've picked, use, or the combination of mods that they're using has so mangled the gameplay that they don't understand that it's the mod that they've chosen to use is the reason they're having their problems. So it is extremely important, in my opinion, that new players learn to understand the basic principles of the gameplay, understand how the game works before you go and start adding mods to the game that manipulate how the game works. So in this video we're only going to talk about official mods from the Giants Mod Hub. So for console players, that is the only place you can get mods. I'm going to say that again. Console players, the only way you can get a mod is if it is in the in-game mod hub, which is where we are about to go. Now, PC players, you may think you have it good because you can download mods from literally anywhere. It is both a blessing and a curse because you can get really great mods from everywhere and you can get some absolute trash that can seriously damage how your gameplay works. So mods are kind of use at your own risk. Get them from wherever at your own risk. We're going to talk a bit more about responsible mod use in a 200 level video, but for the 100 level video, we're just going to be talking about the mod hub. Okay? So you can get to the in-game mod hub through, well, you can get to the Giants mod hub through a few different methods. First, you can get to it in game by going here to the main menu and picking mods. That's going to pull up the in-game mod hub interface. Now down here, right here, we say show top mods only. I want to toggle that. Show all mods. I believe this is the default. If you see it say show all mods, click it. So you want to see all mods. If it says show top mods only, don't change it. That's what you want. You want to see all mods. Okay, so we have a search feature, which is really cool. Details, escape will take us back to the main menu. Up at the top, basically we have a grid that will show us all of the different categories, and there are a ton of categories. We have installed, we have update, downloads, we have the official DLCs, mods that are deemed quote unquote best, mods that are deemed most downloaded. I mean, that's not hard to debate there. I mean, download's a download, right? Latest mods. So the newest mods that come into the mod hub should be listed here in that order. And then mods from the mod contest. So Farming Simulator 19 was released in November of 2018. Is that right? Farm Sim 19 was released in November 2018. In the summer of 2019, Giants held a mod contest, and this category is basically a summation of the mods that were released in that mod contest. They include maps, tractors, vehicles, implements, all kinds of stuff. So let's go back here to the mod hub, the categories. We have map. Go in here, we can see all kinds of maps. So we can download new maps from here. Just pick Welcome to Charwell. So depending on the map, we may or may not see an image of the PDA. We're going to have a little bit of description. Depending on the map is how well the description. We have the mod author, Lancey Boy in this case, mod version, and the file size of the map. If we want to install this, we just click install. Back, let's take a look at a couple more. Old Farm Countryside, Mini Brun, Campaign of France. There are a ton of maps available. Also see down here we have in this listing, we have a rating. This map happens to have 3 of 5 stars. Map has 4.5 of 5 stars. In theory, you would think that this map would be rated higher than, or would be better than this map. Map is 4 of 5 stars, so let's go back. We have other categories. We have small tractors. And in theory, this is going to pretty much line up with the in-game shop. So if we download this map, this tractor, for example, we should find this tractor in the small tractors category in the shop. Take a look at the MF Series 3000 tractor. Okay, so let's go ahead and click install. Add it to my download list. Okay, it's already downloaded 100%. We have medium tractors, large tractors, trucks, harvesters. Again, all of this matches with the categories in the shop until we get over here. We have package. That is not a category that's in the shop. Packages typically are bundles of mods that are in a package, if you will. How better well to tell you that? Here we have this Hardy Interactive Sprayers mod. You get this mod, you're going to get basically the 2 Hardy sprayers that are going to be available to you. And these will, the description is going to tell you basically how they operate differently. Objects are going to be placeable things, things that you would place into the map. In a 200 level video, we're going to talk about basically placing things in a map, building out your farm, adding things. So these are going to be placeables that people have submitted. Farm buildings are going to also be placeables. And you're going to see some mods are going to fall into multiple categories. Like here we have bale storage sheds. Go back here to objects. We have the very same bale storage sheds mod right here. So don't worry if you see 2 mods that look to be the exact same in different categories. They quite possibly could be. Gameplay, these are going to be what I typically call script mods. Script mods are going to be available to PC only, typically, because typically consoles are not able to install scripts into consoles. But not always. Sometimes these gameplay mods are something else, like this is a placeable. Script mods are going to affect gameplay, but it's not necessarily something that you buy in the shop. Sometimes it is, like this potato sorter, but other things like save player position is not something you buy in a shop. It's going to affect how the gameplay works. See here, this mod adds saving the player position. When you start the game again, the player will start in the same position as when you saved the game. That can be pretty handy. especially if your farm is typically somewhere far away from where you would typically load up the map. Have other, which basically is going to be kind of a toss out there of all kinds of random things that the mod author felt really didn't fit in any one particular category. Again, we see the potato sorter coming up here. So again, you're going to find some mods are going to show up in multiple categories. So for PC players, the other location that you can find these mods is over at the official Giants Mod Hub website. Let me pull that up for you. All right, so here we have the official Giants website. Went ahead and made it full screen. So if you go to mods, and again, we are at farmingsimulator.com. So here is the in-game mod hub, if you will, in web format. Top, we have our latest top downloaded, prefab. Now, prefab is going to be a category you're going to see here on the website. That is not going to be on the in-game mod hub, and that is because prefab mods are not N-O-T. Prefab are not mods that you download and add to your game. Prefab mods are mods that are available for mod authors, map creators to use with a program called Giants Editor to create other mods. You have a drop down of all these categories, and all of these categories basically line up with the categories that you're going to find in the in-game mod hub. You have the contest mods, again, from the in-game mod hub. If you are a console player and you want to see the console mods only on the web, then you can go to PS4, Xbox One, and this is going to show you only the mods available for console. Now you cannot download the mod from here and add it to your console. You have to go to the console and find it. We're going to jump back to the in-game console or in-game mod hub because I realized I didn't show you the search function from there. We can search, so we can search right here. Let's go back to latest and let's just search for bale stacks. Let's just search for bale. Okay, so these are all the mods that relate to bales in some fashion. Here is the bale storage sheds that we were looking at earlier. Main game mod hub. We have some balers, bale trailers, storage buildings, lots of stuff that relate to bales. Say we just go to our step deck trailer here. Okay, see the step deck trailer. You see platform. This is available for PC and Mac, as well as PS4 and Xbox One. So if it says PS4 and Xbox One, then it's going to be available for console players in the in-game mod hub only. It says PC, and basically you want this, download. I'm going to download this to your downloads folder, and then you're going to want to move this into your mod hub folder, and we're going to show you that here in a minute. Let's jump back to the in-game mod hub real quick, and I want to show you the search function. Down here, you can hit space to search. Just type in what you want to search. Let's search bale, just like we searched on the website version of the mod hub, and we're going to see a bunch of results. These results look a little bit different than maybe what we saw earlier. We have, let's say, a bale fork. If this bale fork interests you, you can just click install. We have a bale trailer down here. Again, if this interests you, just hit install. Back. Search for something else. Mowers. So we only have this one little mower that comes up. So let's go back. Let's search. Let's hit mower. 2 options. So depending on your search term, you may or may not have desirable results, but search is now available. Search used to not be available in the in-game mod hub. So believe it, this level of search is quite an advancement. Go back to the PC and take a look on how we install mods into our mod folder if we download it from a website. All right, so here we are back at the PC. We have opened in an Explorer window our downloads folder. And then over here we have our Farming Simulator 19 folder. So what we need to do is we need to move the mods that we have downloaded, in this case it's just one, into our mod folder right here. Okay, so our mod folder is going to be located under Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 2019, Mods. Doesn't matter if you bought this game from Giants and downloaded it, if you bought this game off of Media and installed it, you bought this game off of Steam, you bought this game off of the Epic Store, or got it free off the Epic Store, your mod folder should be under Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 2019. Reason it's there is you can uninstall your game and your save games are here. They're not going to be lost. Your mods are here. They're not going to be lost. Game settings, all kinds of customizations are not going to be lost because they're here under your user profile and not being stored with all of the other game files. What we want to do is I'm just going to right click, drag this over to mods, and say move. No longer in downloads. Go over here to the mod folder. You're going to see we have the mod, the Massey Ferguson tractor that we downloaded from the in-game mod hub. Now we have our step deck trailer that we just moved over. We downloaded from the website Giants mod hub. And then I've got a mod that I've been using kind of in the back scenes to help set the stage for these various videos. So now that we have these here, let's go ahead and fire the game back up. With the game fired up now, let's go ahead and select our save game. And now, when we go here, we're going to see we have our tractor. Check it. There are a step deck trailer. Check it. So we're basically activating those mods. We want to use those mods. If we don't activate them here, they won't be available for us in game. Hit start. Game is going to load up, and we're going to find that both of those mods are available in the store. Word of caution. If you have a mod you have purchased, and then you deselect it from that mod selection screen and load up the map, that mod is not going to be available anymore. It's going to be gone. You bought it, it's vanished. Did it by accident? Don't save the game, exit. Don't save. You save the game, it's vanished. It's gone. Let's take a look in the shop. Remember we had that small Massey Ferguson tractor. We're not going to find it here. We're going to find it all the way at the end. Right here. And we know it's a mod because down here at the bottom it says mod. Now, we can buy this if we want. I'm going to lease it. I'm going to have two different versions of this tractor, a 4-wheel drive and a 2-wheel drive version. Now let's go here to tools and go to trailers. Not here. Well, that's because the flatbed and because it makes complete sense. Flatbed trailers are typically under baling technologies. Oh, not. Threw me for a loop. Let's check miscellaneous. Okay, let's check low loaders. There it is. Sometimes we have a little bit of a look-see. This is a Lizard brand. We could have always went to brands and come over here to Lizard. And this would be all of the Lizard equipment. We can basically scroll until we get to the end. We get to our step deck trailer. Step deck trailer, that. Come over here to the shop. Go. Tractor. We'll say not all mods are created equal. Probably find this out very soon if you start diving into mods heavily. Not all mods are created equal. Be very, very cautious. Mods you download, mods you install. I highly recommend having a save game for testing mods. We'll cover that in another video. Now, it's very important that for in-game Mod Hub mods, that we go ahead and rate them once we have had a chance to activate them in game and use them for a little bit. Check them out. Look for things like quality. Does the model look good? Does it work the way it's advertised? Does it seem well balanced if it's a tractor or an implement? Does it cause the tractor and implement? Does it kind of go crazy across the field? When you park it, does it seem to drift from time to time? And maybe when you load the game up in a completely different location than was it before? In the case of tractors, does it have additional functions? For example, this one, if I double mouse click left and right, and open the door and the window. Basically, what we're looking for is this a quality mod? And if it is, then I believe the mod author deserves a decent rating. And in the in-game mod hub, they allow you to rate the mods. The way you rate your mods is you basically have to get back to the mod hub in-game. That's the only way to rate. Used to be you could rate them on the website, but you can't do that anymore. You have to rate them in-game mod hub. Let's get there, and I'll show you how you do it. Once again, we're back at the main menu. We go to mods. Except this time, we want to go to installed mods. And we're going to go to the Massey Ferguson Series 3000. And we see we have a rate option down here. We're going to click on that. And we can basically give it a 1 star, 2 stars, 3, 4, or 5-star rating. I think that's a pretty quality mod. So it's going to give that a 5-star rating. Then we're going to click rate. And we have now rated the mod. So the ratings, as we saw earlier, show up in the in-game mod hub or the website, kind of give you a general idea of what do other players think of this mod. It's very important, in my opinion, that you don't rate things until you have a chance to put them in game. Sometimes it feels like a brand new mod that gets downloaded. It's been out for maybe 15 minutes and it's already got 45 ratings. Did you guys really have a chance to try that thing out? And then I'll get in and I'll look at it and I'm like, this doesn't do anything that it's supposed to do. It flat out doesn't work. Or it slides all over the place. It's underpowered, whatever. So clearly, some of these ratings are just happening as maybe a byproduct of popularity or just it looks good in the picture. But it is really, really important that you actually go in here and test it. I'm not going to rate this trailer because I didn't have a chance to actually try it out. We just looked at it. Looked okay. I didn't actually hook it up to a tractor or truck. I didn't actually put a load on it to see if the load holds or if the load slides around. Didn't see if it maybe is really light in the tail. And when you go around a corner, it just whips. The trailer just whips around as if there's no traction on the rear tires. I didn't have a chance to check it out. So I'm not going to actually rate this particular mod. But once I get a chance to use it, then I'll come in here, hit rate, and I'll give it a rating. And then we're good to go. You can only rate mods you've actually downloaded and installed. Go here and let's just pick something random. Okay, like multi-harvest. See, we don't have the rate option because we can't rate it until we download it and have it in our game. So guys, I hope this helped you out understand a little bit about mods and how to get them into your game. We only covered the in-game mod hub. We will have another video later on where we talk about mods from other sources, things to look for, things to look out for, and basically how to play it a little safe with the fact that PC players can get their mods basically from anywhere across the internet and put them into their game. And until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.